too.
Yeah, let's set it up. And while you set that up, we're having this guy who I've been following on TikTok. Super interesting guy. His name's John Buckley. Have any of you guys come across his videos?
I am a major fan. I've seen every video of his.
Long day.
He's such a character, and like knows everything about watches. This guy like buys and sells watches, and he films these like hardcore negotiations he does with the watch people, and so compelling. Here,
But we are here with Leah, fan favorite, at Color Couture on the street, and I see. Gotta ask, how much is the rainbow?
That rainbow runs from $110,000.
May I see? And may I also see the sub?
he just buys and sells like $100,000 watches.
Whoa.
This one right here. Thank you.
That a nice
And
watch,
how much
Zach?
is this one?
That one's $38,000.
Gorgeous watch.
Does this have a card?
Yes, box and papers,
Oh.
fully set.
Okay. And this also?
Yes, box and papers.
And this is 110.
Everything factory.
You know what? Let me hold off on this one. This over here. It's got a card in a box,
Full links, everything.
full links, 34,000.
34, yes.
That's a little light.
That's crazy.
34.5.
34.5.
I'm getting there. I'm getting close. It's got links, which is
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
No, it's a
I
nice
watch
watch.
this shit
Nice
for hours,
condition.
man.
Yes.
I don't know. Me too. I put it on. I just watch the whole video every time.
So what it fascinates about you, just because you're not like Zach.
I don't
he
care
loves
about watches at all.
right? But you're not at all. So
Well, he's super interesting, funny character, and the watches are actually really beautiful. That he like. I've never like that. I mean, I don't care
I
about
hope
watches,
so,
but
for
that's
$100
really
grand.
beautiful. Yeah.
yeah.
And I don't know. It's interesting how they negotiate. It's fucking crazy here. I mean, you get down to the nitty gritty here.
It's a V serial. I like the older one. I like the color on this one better.
Right. I like it
All
too.
right, you ready? Here we go. You ready? Are you ready?
Maybe.
All right. 35,000 is off.
35?
35.
From 38?
Yeah,
I don't know.
because I'm nice.
Because you're nice?
Yes. Yes.
You
Check
want me
with
to
the boss.
ask- You want,
Or are you going to make a decision? You're going to pull the trigger?
I don't
I know you can.
You think I can?
I think you can.
Let me verify with him.
I'll pay 35. I'll write you a check or I'll send you a wire right now. The wire will hit tomorrow morning. 35 balloons? Check now or a wire in the morning?
I can never say no to you. Out of all the people.
My guy.
The camaraderie. They always come to a deal at the end. It's such joy. Mazel. they say.
Mazal. I
Mazel,
fucking
yeah.
love that shit, dude. It's good old New York jewelry shit.
Oh shit! Sophie said, "I'm the girl from Secret LA." I got 8 emails from Steve Rossi.
It's so
That's
funny.
awesome, Steve Rossi, Jimmy.
And he probably does that to all the people we were talking about.
He's
like
a
all the
hustler,
art
man. He's a
providers.
natural-born hustler. The only problem is he's not a good comedian. But if he was, boy, he'd be going places.
Oh yeah.
So there it is. That's John Buckley, the legendary watchman. And his videos are pretty popular. I'm not the
So
only
I'm
one.
gonna tell you
But, I
what
mean, do you guys just not? Does it, you know what I mean? Is this just not something
What's wrong
you're
with the watch?
interested in?
This is what I do. Okay. What are you going to do? I'm going to tell him what's wrong with the watch.
What watch?
Here,
This
now,
watch.
I like this when he
bracelet
gets
is not
all.
correct. And I will tell you why. The links are for a date just. That's number one. There's no 50 on the end. If it's a GMT, it should have 50, 50 right on this end piece right here. Okay, the watch itself
Calling
is
out fake?
nice. I mean, look,
What?
You calling it out as fake?
Yeah. No, dude,
Ah.
he's insanely like knowledgeable.
not the worst thing in the world, but it's definitely.
We said
Definitely
John
has an
Buckley is
issue.
straight up Adam Sandler from Uncut Gems.
He is.
Totally
Totally is.
papers that are correct. Little Switzerland. People don't like them, but they're correct. You know, everybody gives a hard
They
time.
used to make this the way.
100%.
That's how they do it.
100% they did it. 100%. Paper, serial matches, everything's good.
Yeah.
It's a nice watch. I don't know, 10, 12 grand? Like that?
Paid them.
It is. Crown. Oh, there you go. Nice dial, though. Beautiful. Nice dial. Get a good band, because a guy like me who's going to spend all the money on something like this is going to complain about the band. This band is not. What'd you pay? 10?
More. 13. I bought this like 8 months ago.
Oh, okay. And there's nothing else wrong with it. It's a nice watch. Insert's a little rough, but it's original and it's fat font. It's nice. Yeah, fat
The dial's
font.
fine? The
Dial's
dial,
fine.
there's
Yeah,
no
it's perfect.
issues, nothing?
Yeah, no issues. Let's see something. Yeah, your hands are glowing.
Is that good?
No. Later hands.
It's better for them not to glow?
Yeah. It's later hands, but listen. It's a nice watch. It's a real nice watch.
It's
Ask
a nice
Carl.
watch.
He's got the bracelet. You need a GMT bracelet. You got the end pieces. The end pieces are right.
He
I don't know.
repairs them himself too.
What? He what?
He like repairs watches and changes.
He
the
does?
face. Yeah. Oh no, he's insane, dude.
Actually, I do want to. He's in the lobby. I just need to pee real fast. I don't want to get stuck with this bag of urine.
This bag of urine.
emptying this
We gotta
bag
get you
out.
a fucking catheter or something.
A catheter would.
I
be
hear
nice.
people. Some people like that.
Sounding, a little sounding
Do a
time.
little sound
Yes,
action on the
yes.
side.
All right, I'll be right back. Oh,
All right, here we go.
he is in his underground bunker with all the watches.
In the grow room.
John Buckley, hello. Thanks for calling in. Nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you too. You almost called me Jeff.
I did not. Don't say
You
that.
almost- Are you sure?
I didn't. Nope. I refuse
Okay.
that. Where are you
Uh-huh.
right now?
What's that?
Where are
You
you
know,
right? No, but it seems like you're. Was there a nuclear bomb drop or something that I missed?
Not yet.
Not
We have
yet.
to do things like the humidity has to be a certain level so that things don't, rot. So that the radium doesn't kill us faster than it normally does.
So let's see. Oh, is that a weed growing room? Somebody said. Are you also doing that?
No, definitely not. I stopped smoking weed about 30 years ago.
Well,
Unfortunately.
you've built such an interesting kind of profile for yourself online on TikTok,
Yeah.
and I've become a fan of yours. I love watching your videos,
Great.
and I find it so interesting. How is it that you what is your business? Because I notice sometimes you go and you're looking for a specific watch. Do you have clients who are like, I want this watch, go find it, or how does that work?
Well, I deal with probably, I usually say there's a dozen people that I deal with like on a daily basis. And a lot of times I've got guys that I've known for the better part of 20 years that call me up and they're like, okay, Buckley, I need this watch. I need a Patek 3970, or I need a gold Daytona, or I need an AP, or this and that. And most of these people I have, a very, very long-standing relationship. So they'll either, wire me up front, or I'll lay out money for them, and then they'll wire me when they hit town. Usually they hit town within a couple of days because these things are usually kind of, but sometimes, they'll come in a week later or something like that. But I'm usually filling orders for people. Sometimes I'll stock stuff. I mean, I stocked, there was a video, oh, wow, a couple of months ago. You may remember it. If you're one of these guys that likes to watch the videos, I kind of like to watch them too. They're kind of interesting. Like just from my perspective, I like to watch them and kind of see what I'm doing wrong and doing right. But we do everything live, and I never edit. I never cut. I always do things in one take. And we did a watch that I bought, actually, that I still have. I don't have it here. I've got it locked up in the city. But the Hans Wilsdorf, the founder of Rolex, this watch to somebody, like 60 years, 70 years ago or something like that. And I've been trying to buy it for like 10 years off the owner. And then the owner, God rest in peace, he passed away, and I wound up buying it from the estate. And that was the
Fuck.
video.
So you waited for this. So this dude had to die before you could get the watch. Now, let me ask you this, John. Did the police have any questions for you, knowing you had a motive?
You know something? I had a really good alibi. I'm from Brooklyn, so I think ahead. Okay, I was sick. There was
Okay,
no
good.
problem.
You got receipts from. Yeah, good.
Got like an Easy Pass tickets and things like that. And,
So wait,
yeah.
So how much was that watch?
I wound up paying $125 for it.
125 grand.
Yeah, And I've been trying to buy it since it was like 50 or 60. That's, that's how these things work. Sometimes, you really have to be, I'm not that much of a collector. Okay. I'm what I like to consider a professional collector. I mean, I buy and sell for money. Okay. The passion has kind of left me years ago for this stuff. And a lot of people don't understand that. They wonder why it is that I'll wear an Apple Watch and, I'm going out there buying all of these crazy watches. And it's just, I remember years ago and sometimes guys don't understand when I say that it used to be really special to be involved in, horology or vintage watches, especially. That's my area of expertise. And there were maybe, 100 or 200 of us, back in the late 90s, early 2000s that used to do this. And, now it's like every Tom, Dick, and Harry, dealer on 47th Street fancies themselves a vintage guy. And, it just kind of rubs me the wrong way.
Why? Because you think that they don't have the credentials.
Oh, they don't.
Yeah.
I have the credentials.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, it's like classic cars, and I'm not a car guy, but I know there are guys that, can look at a car from a mile away, and they'll know that that's the original bumper. Those are the original tires. Like, I'm the same way when it comes to this stuff.
So wait, how is it that you make money? You buy just to resell at a markup, or?
I do that stuff more as a courtesy to my longstanding customers. I'm a parts. I deal in parts. I deal in investment grade watches and investment grade parts. Like some of those watches, most of the watches that I buy and sell on TikTok are, for the most part, they're modern watches. But when you get into like the older vintage stuff from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, there are very specific parts that go with them. And I'm an expert at identifying those parts in like, a bag of other parts. And I'll know there's one part that I can use that I could sell to my customer in Singapore who's, waiting to put together this watch that's going to be worth, mid six-figure watch. And all I have to sell them this one little part that I'll get, 50 or 60 grand for. And I'll be happy to get it.
Damn, that's crazy. So you have the really interesting specialty skill. Yeah. So what's the most you've paid for a watch?
Oh man, I've partnered on 7-figure watches. I've bought 6-figure watches. I mean, I buy them 6-figure watches regularly on TikTok.
But is that for you to? How many of those do you keep? Do you keep them or you sell them?
I still have the one from the estate. I have that one. I wanted that one. Most of the time I'm just filling an order for somebody, and I do it because A, I make money. B, I'm already there. It's really not a lot of work. It's just writing a check or sending a wire. And people, I don't know what it is about the younger generation. I'm 59. I just turned 59 last week. And people are like, how are you still writing checks? And what guys don't understand is, to send a bank, you can't do a Zelle or a credit card. Nobody, in my business, we're wholesalers. Nobody does that. You have to either send a wire or write a check. And if you send a wire costs you $30 in, $30 out. So if I do that 10 times a week times 4, I mean, it comes out to a substantial amount of money every month. So that's a check. And the people that we work with, I mean, we have relationships with them. I mean, you see some of the guys, Little Eddie and Albert, Yasha, Leah, Color Couture and Leah and Bobby Azal. I mean, those are friends for, over 20 years.
Does anyone ever stiff you? You say that like people, you buy it for them, so you put out money. Does anyone ever stiff you?
Every once in a while, I got not burned. I mean, look, I tell people this and they look at me like I'm crazy. I lose money on probably between 5 and 10% of everything that I buy. Now, I'm speaking about parts and stuff like that, but like a month and a half ago, I had a customer that, called me up, wanted a green dial Daytona. It was like, I forget what I think I paid $82,000 for it. He was supposed to give me 83. He was flying in the next day. Guy just ghosted me after that. I wound up selling the watch back to who I bought it off of. Lost about $6,000 or $7,000 on the deal in a couple of days. But this is the business, There are other days that I make that, 3, 4, 5 times over. So, you cry over it if you're a dealer. I mean, I'm a veteran dealer, so this stuff happens. I mean, you lose money sometimes. That's the way it is. But we make more than we lose.
Yeah. Zach, you got any questions? Show him your watch, Zach. Let's see. Let's get a read on.
It's a Black Date sub. I think the reference number is 116610LN is the model number.
Is that helpful to you? A model number?
Yeah, that's the model number.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay.
Beautiful watch.
Yeah, beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful watch. I mean, the classic Rolex. I mean, you know,
There
Rolex.
it is. Zach,
John
bro.
Buckley. I love the video of the one. It was for the Secret Service, I believe, that black sub.
Oh, you don't know the story behind that. Oh, there's a story behind it. Go look for the video now.
Yeah. You know,
It's
I'm not a watch guy, but I'd be afraid of getting mugged on the street with a watch like that expensive. You know, does that happen?
Not to us. Maybe other people it does. Because you know what? We are very careful. I grew up in the city. I grew up in New York in the 70s. So, you know, I'm no babe in the woods.
Mhm.
We have, you know, we are, you know, well protected, and we have security that's either lurk or, you know, around on the block. We're safe. Other guys, you know, that's why we don't go around and we don't flash and we don't take things off the street, really. I mean, we have a vault on the street. We get to the street, we get our stuff. We run around 47th Street, and the street is very safe. Okay. And we still, you know, I mean, obviously we carry protection, but I mean, you know, sometimes we have somebody with us. Sometimes we have people in the building that are looking out, but never, you know, we don't take stuff. I mean, I'll ship stuff many times to the office in New Jersey. You know, I'm not going to carry it, you know, across in a car, you know, where, you know, God forbid you get into a car accident or something like that, you lose, you know, $200,000.
Right.
We're just, you know, we're veterans, you know, I've been doing this a long time. I know all the pitfalls. I've seen guys, you know, get hurt out there and killed.
Really?
You know, yeah.
Like getting mugged? Like killed how?
Oh, I have a friend that he was leaving a trade show, and he was on the Garden State Parkway in a taxi cab, and one of the car pushed him off the road in the taxi cab.
Whoa.
Jumped, got him through the face, and stole his bag. He's alive. Yeah. The guy's alive. He lived. I mean, they weren't
How much did he lose?
A couple $100,000.
Damn.
You know? In a
Yeah,
briefcase.
that's crazy.
Here's the problem. It's like, if I'm doing a trade show, I'm shipping, you know, armored car from a secure location to a secure location, from 47th to the trade show, you know, where there's a safe room with, you know, armed guards all over the place. Do the show, and then you ship it back. You don't carry your stuff out of a show. It's just not what you do.
Right.
You know what? They don't want to spend the extra $1,000, $1,500 each way to do that. I mean, we don't play like that. You know, I have my son.
It is.
Business, you know, I have Tyler with us, you know, and it's like we're careful. You know, I can't take chances like that.
Do you recommend Zach be strapped? He's wearing a classic Rolex. He walks around LA City with that display of wealth. Do you think he needs some protection?
It's not a question of needing some protection. It's a question of being really careful when you're out at a restaurant and you have a couple of drinks in you.
Oh, yeah.
If you look on TikTok, I think the TikTok page, I think stolen watches or something like that, and you'll see all the. I mean, I get these videos before they go online because customers will send them to me and say, "Hey, I'm not wearing my, my Patek 5980 or something like that," you know, and I'll be like, "Yeah, good. You shouldn't be wearing that, you know, walking around Barcelona or walking through the streets of London. London is really bad lately." I mean,
Zach, are you looking over your shoulder now that you're kind of a Rolex guy? How's that changed your perspective on the street?
I won't wear it everywhere.
Okay. Where won't you wear it?
Usually if it's like I'm going to hang out with friends or something and we know we're going out to dinner, I probably won't wear it then. I wear it in places I know that are comfortable.
The John Buckley experience, Zach. He's already a veteran. He's learned already.
He's smart.
Yeah.
You know, be careful. Listen, it's a new world. There were times. Listen, I have stories. You know, I've walked through, you know, the streets of Milan alone, wearing, you know, expensive watches, and you know, I like to collect World Series rings. And, you know, I'd be walking around with a Yankees World Series ring and a Rolex Daytona on my left.
You wear a World Series ring? You can't.
Oh,
I don't think you're allowed to do that, John.
I collect them. I love
But you
that
wear
stuff.
it?
Oh, yeah. People mistake me for,
That's
like baseball players.
Dude, what? That's
You ever pretend you were a Yankee?
Yeah, you ever? Does it ever work for you at the bar?
Oh wait, I was in Mastros in Vegas.
That's a bit of stolen valor there, John. I have to say. You're familiar with that concept?
Listen, I'm in Mastros. I got a Lakers championship ring on each hand.
What? Why? That's crazy.
What the hell?
Why? Like championship rings. So I'm sitting in Mastros, and there's this couple sitting next to me, and they were looking at me. You know, it was an older black couple, and they're looking at me. And I'm sitting there and I'm eating my whatever I was eating. And I was with one of my guys. And I get up and the lady, she was very sweet. She was like, "Excuse me, sir, what is the significance of those rings?" So I'm like, "Oh, these are from the Los Angeles Lakers, 2010 and 2011, or I forget the years that they were." And like, "Oh, are you on the team?" I was like, "Yes, I was." She was like, "Oh, what was you?" Magic Johnson. She was like, "Oh, what a pleasure to meet you." I was like, "Oh,
Wait, how tall are you, John? I can't tell with you sitting. What's that?
I'm not that tall."
Not
I'm
that
like,
tall. Yeah.
I'm like,
Not tall enough for the NBA.
Dude, I gotta say that's kind of wild to walk around in those rings. Like that's
Oh,
like wearing a high school graduation ring from a different high school you
Harvard.
never grad. Yeah. That's funny though. That's funny.
business. And I get all of this stuff. I mean, people know that I collect this stuff. I mean, I've got NYU rings. I mean, I don't wear that stuff. I don't care about NYU, but I mean, I'll wear a Yankees ring. I mean, I'll be in Newark Airport and somebody will walk up to me like, "Oh, wow, can I take a picture with you? Who are you?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm Joe Torre." They're like, "Oh, wow."
Wait, so how much does a championship ring cost?
They range. I mean, from a top level staff ring, which is the same ring that a player would get, like a real front office guy, probably 30 grand. And to a player, I mean, you can go, I mean, hundreds of thousands.
Do you know whose rings they were? And
I had a high level staff ring, and it was
okay.
I think I have it upstairs. And it's just one of those things where I really like it. I mean, when I kind of like stopped with the watches, like being really passionate about them. I mean, look, I was one of these guys that I would go on vacation. I mean, I have pictures in Jamaica at Dunn's River Falls wearing, a friggin' diamond GMT. And I'm like walking around like this. Guys running up to me, like trying to sell me aloe and beads and stuff like that. And I was like, man, that's not a good idea.
No.
But the World Series rings are fun.
So let me ask you this. How much is your whole collection worth? Are you comfortable saying?
I don't have like much of a collection. I mean, my ring collection, I don't know, 6 figures at least. I mean, my watch collection, I don't really have that many watches that I collect per se. I've got first Rolex I ever owned. I have maybe like 3 or 4 other watches that that I really like, but I mean, I'm not really like, I just collected them over the years, but my first Rolex I still have. My son, who shoots the videos, he wears it all the time. And I'm like,
your son, that's nice. Do you have any ice out there that you could bust out for us? I want to see John all like pimped out.
I don't have any ice here. I had a University of North Carolina like big that I was wearing in a video the other day. See me, I'm one of these guys. I like this kind of stuff. This is like, I'm in the lab now, so this is the kind of stuff I like. Like parts.
Oh, wow.
What do you think?
Dials.
Oh, those are all dials. Okay. What's each one of those run if you were to sell it?
I mean, I don't know. Like if somebody offered me, 100 grand for the tray, I'd say no.
Wow. Damn.
That's the kind of stuff that moves me.
John, I want something like this. Can we set this up? I don't know if maybe next time I call or something. Can you see this photo?
He's seeing it.
I can't. I've got Buck. Can you? My son's over there being producer.
He's he's holding pictures of like.
What does he have? Wait, he's going to show me on his phone.
Wait.
Oh wait, he's refreshing. Hold on. Oh my god. Hold
It's
on.
a picture of you with like championship rings with like photoshopped on your head.
Oh my god, like this? Really?
Yeah, that's what I'd like to see maybe next time there. But but there it is.
Where? Let me see. Wait.
No,
you can't see it? You can't see it. We're having technical difficulties over here.
I personally, the watch thing, it's like you guys say, you have to be so scared or apprehensive going everywhere. It seems like more of a pain. But I guess you got to flash it, right, Zach? You got to let the people know.
Well, that's not what it's about for me. I think what about it is the history and the craftsmanship of it more than a flash piece, I guess, if you will.
So is Zach like a new watch lover? Is he a horology guy now?
What do you
Going
what, prove your Zach?
Yeah, what's your
Prove
credentials
yourself.
here, Zach?
I mean, I've been obsessed with watches probably since I was, I don't know, 16, and my dad had Rolexes, and you know, I'd love the next watch is a Panda, you know, or a
Yeah.
or you know, Daytonas are coming down in price, so I'd really
Yeah. There, you know, it's weird. I've been through many a market crash over the years since the 90s. And, you know, it boggles the mind that folks look at an up market like we've had in the last 2 years and think it's never going to end. And the funny thing is, like, we as dealers, like a lot of dealers, I mean, we make a lot of money, you know, as the market's going up. And, you know, people are not fair with others. You know, I always get the call from somebody who bought something from another dealer, and they're like, oh, you know, I need to sell this. I just paid like 50 grand for it. I'm like, well, you know, I could sell it to you for 30 now. You know, what would you like me to do? You know, and I'd be like, well, why don't you go back and talk to the person who sold it to you? And they're always like, oh, well, you know, I'm buying right now. I'm like, yeah, well, that's really not cool. You know,
Let me
it's
ask
just-
you. Let me ask you something. Are you familiar with Dave Portnoy? You know who that is?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Another New Yorker, right? He made this watch company called Brick Watch Company. Have you seen this?
Yeah. Would you like my take on it?
I would absolutely love your honest opinion on this. And they're not cheap, right? I mean, they're pretty. Like this one right here is $2,500. So that's yeah. Go ahead, please tell me everything.
Nothing but respect for Dave Portnoy. He's he's friends with.
I don't think that's his. He's buttering us up.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
To be really blunt, okay? I know he's a really good guy. He looks at. I have a friend down here who owns a pizza store, Brooklyn Square.
We don't even like him here, so you don't have to worry about like. Yeah. You don't have to worry.
He's
about
our direct competition.
Yeah.
All right. Well, one thing that I could say about whoever was spearheading that, they were not watch people, because what they tried to push a fashion watch into like a mid-level watch market with no branding and no real provenance. The problem with that watch was that it's $2,500. Probably cost you $100 to produce, and then another $100 to market. So if they would have sold that watch in like the $500, $600, $700 range, they would have sold a boatload of them. Okay, but whoever was advising him on this or advising the company, I don't think he had really very much input. He did an interview with a friend of mine just recently, and you know, it's like he wasn't really advised properly. Whoever thought of this was just looking for a money grab and thought that, you know, oh, just because it's, you know, a bar stool, you know, that he would make money. And
So there it
didn't.
is. John Buckley calling Dave Portnoy a money grab sellout.
No, I called his company a money grab.
Oh, okay.
You know, I was on Barstool recently, and you know, I mean, it was a nice experience. I mean, he was, you know, it was like.
Oh, you talked with him. Okay.
No, I talked with some other guy, a guy named Doug's, who found me somewhere. I mean, we had like, I don't know, 200,000 or 300,000 followers at the time. But I mean, the thing with the watch, the Portnoy watch, it's just sad because they could have made something that made a lot of money. It's just they didn't think it through, and they didn't consult anybody who really knows the market.
The name of it is Brick, which is kind of funny because that's what you call an electronic that stops working. A brick, right? It's bricked.
You guys are from my generation. Remember when they named Led Zeppelin? They said it would go down like a lead balloon, and look at Led Zeppelin.
Okay, so there you go.
There's still hope.
Here,
Close enough.
wait. Here's the return policy. Let's see.
There's a
best to
return
ensure that if our product arrives damaged. Wait, why'd you send me this?
Because it seems like there's no returns. There's only store credit if you buy one of the watches.
Oh, if you like to exchange your watch for store
So
credit.
it's a little. Yeah, I think you're right. No returns, huh?
That's not cool.
That's not
No
cool at
refund.
all, Dave Portnoy. We're calling you out.
What do you guys have against Dave?
I'm just kidding. I like to stir shit. I'm just being a punk.
He's our direct competition, so we have.
Yeah,
to
but
give
just
him
so
our
you
time.
know, I'm just a shit stirrer. It's nothing
I'm
personal.
just trying to
Yeah,
start shit. Okay, I like it.
I'm just being a punk.
I'll help you start shit. Look at the people, okay, that are doing exactly what I'm doing in such a high production, just ridiculously fake way all over the internet now. I mean, we started this. I mean, I'm partners in Vucom, okay? And that started Vucom, started this in the summer before I even started doing TikTok, doing negotiations. He and my son, who ran to jiu-jitsu right now, so I'm on my own, okay? That shows you where I'm at over here. They started doing the negotiations like in the late summer, and they were approached to do a TikTok show called Buying Time. And we wound up doing the show recently after I got into it. And now you got every Tom, Dick, and Harry out there going over there. Hey, how much is this watch? Oh, I'll buy it for $1,000. No, I want $1,250. And it's just so forced and just so, it's cringy.
Yeah. Look, you're the only real one out there, John. You're a trailblazer, and I wish everybody else nothing but the worst. And for you, John, only the best. But I appreciate you chatting with us. It was nice to get to know you. Congratulations on a really cool, interesting career, and also so cool that you're able to share it with the people of the world. So very cool.
I wanted to say, I really appreciate you getting me on here. I know it's a big deal because every time I was like, oh, I'm doing this thing called H3. Everyone's like, oh, wow, really? I'm like,
yeah, we're kind of a big deal. But it's not a problem.
This ain't no small town stuff like Barstool. You know what I mean?
It's no problem though. It's all good. Yeah, yeah, but not as big time as you. I mean, you're big. You're big on TikTok. All right, John.
I was loving this stuff, before it got popular. So it's just all good to me. I love it. It's important that everybody enjoys it, and I'm glad you guys are enjoying it too. It's my pleasure.
Yeah, love it. Keep it up. God bless. Go get more of those Laker rings. I want a Laker championship ring on every finger.
You have me on next time. I'll come over here.
Yes. That's what I want. You tell me when you're ready, and I want that. I want that. I want the necklace. I want the watch. I want the most expensive you can put together.
All right.
A crown? Do you have a tiara or a crown or something?
I'll find it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We have everything.
That sounds good. That sounds awesome. All right. Take care. Nice chatting.
Thank you. Be well.
Bye.
Bye.
Good guy. Interesting guy. John Buckley. The Watch King. Oh, wait. Love. Dang. Keep Love open for a sec.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I'm just really enjoying watching Love's feed right now.
I got some soap cutting, some
Subway Surfer, yeah.
Kinetic Sand. We got some, what's this called?
Yo, that one's freaking me out, bro. I don't like that one. Right. I don't like it. I don't like it.
This one?
No, the one. Okay, now it's better. The Temple Run. It had text.
It was on a menu. There was words I had to read.
Fuck? Get this shit out of here.
All right. Thank you, Love. I could watch this all day, but...
Yeah. We got a show too.
There you go, John Buckley. Zach, the legend. You got respect from him too.
He was a really cool guy. I mean, I love his videos, and I've learned a lot from him watching his videos.
I was hoping he was gonna fucking dunk on your Rolex that you're.
I was kind of hoping for.
I was waiting for that moment. Yeah. Be like, it's okay.
Get this peasant shit out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, whoa. That's crazy. Speaking of Dave Porkboy, somebody said they matched the return address.
Yeah, they matched the return address for Brick watches back to another company that sells
called American.
Yeah,
and they sell watches for $40.
Yep.
Okay, well, okay. It could just be like a watch fulfillment center. Is that possible, or is it like if you Google it, is it their address, like what American? Like But I mean, dude, who's gonna buy a $2,500 watch from Dave Portnoy? That's just the weirdest thing ever.